When you receive a phone call about your car and it starts off, do you want the good news or the bad news? You know something's up. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my Toyota Chaser. I'd like to say the new and improved Chaser with just 8 days remaining until my show, but we've had to bare metal this car because we found out a lot more. The Sussex Studio have worked non-stop up to this point and we haven't even begun the paintwork. This is absolutely crazy, and I'm rubbing a little bit on the front arches as well. And we're going to see whether we can get this car into its new colour, reveal it at the show in time. I'm not scared, you're scared. The guys at the Sussex Studio have come up with a new quote, and that's "No one loves the white Chaser," because they are not enjoying this, and quite understandably, we never knew that this would be the case. So let me bring you up to speed. So I crashed this car back earlier in January, February time this year. I hit a tractor tyre whilst drifting. No biggie, I cracked my bumper. That's a genuine Vertex body kit that I've put on this car. I had that kit installed 2 years ago before putting the livery on. So for AdamCFest this year, I decided, well, we might as well take the livery off because we're going to have to take the livery off the front bumper to repair and respray the bumper. So we took the livery off, and when we did, whilst inside, we noticed that it had micro blisters all over the original paint job of the car because some of the paint was taken off when we took the livery off. After noticing that, I spoke to the chaps and we decided that we're going to have to respray the entire car, and in this video you will see the colour that we go. But before we do that, I went off whilst they prepped the car for paint, and they found out that this car has been painted in acrylic. Now, I'm not a paint guy myself, so I've had to learn this myself, but in acrylic you can't paint over the top of acrylic other than using acrylic. So when companies use water-based, which some do, or oil-based paint, which the Sussex Studio are using for this, they can't paint over the acrylic. They have to take the entire paint off, pretty much down to bare metal, because this car has had cheap paint. So the whole car, this here, that's its original colour, which is meant to be 57 pearl, and I always knew this car didn't look as pearly as the chassis code said it was. That's because somewhere in Japan or Russia, this car was painted in just cheap acrylic, and it's since just lived that way, and that is why it has the micro blisters, and that is why no one loves the white Chaser anymore, because they've had to spend all this time prepping the car to take all of the acrylic off to go down to bare metal or the original colour or the original primer. And now next we're going to obviously protect the metal, build it up and spray the car in time for the show, which is only, as I speak, a few days away. You don't really know the history of an imported vehicle until you really get under its skin, and that's what we're doing. So let's do it. So let's talk colours. My dad's an accountant, so here's an Excel spreadsheet with a pie chart. And these are all the colours that people have suggested, or at least most of them. So we've got white, red, orange, purple, yellow, green, brown, grey, blue, pink, silver, teal, black. And then some sub-colours that we'll go into as well. White seems to be rather popular, on YouTube especially, and a lot more lately. So people want the white Chaser. And then red, and that's 76 people versus 60 people for white. So red's winning. Then we go to orange, which is one of the worst colours for a car, because it often just looks like a car that's trying to look red. Other than Lamborghini Murcielago SV, the launch colour, and I got nothing. But purple is the most popular choice. We've got 80 people who said purple, 51 of whom said midnight purple specifically. I've already seen a midnight purple Chaser. There's already one on the, not that that makes any difference. That midnight purple Chaser was in America. Yellow, obviously, best colour, 47 people. Liquid yellow, 15 people said liquid specifically. Green, why do people like green? British racing green, yes. Yes, dark green, moi. Normal green, like, no, it's the worst colour. Other than, I can come up with examples, Verde Ithaca on a Lamborghini Aventador, that's like a pearlescent golden green, or the Mark II Focus RS green, which is a similar green. They're the only acceptable greens. Anyone who said green needs to research Broadmoor. Brown, 10 people. It's not going brown. Grey, 9 people. Blue, 46 people. A few of you said blue, and of those people, 7 people said with white stripes to match the Cobra and the Viper, which would be funny, but no. Pink, 36 people said pink. Instagram specifically loved pink as a good idea. Instagram also loved green, so I'm throwing away Instagram. They're lunatics. Silver, 2 people. 4 people said teal. 7 people said black. Interestingly, chasers never came in black. If you see a black one, it's either been resprayed or you're not looking carefully enough. It's a really dark green. So that's the colour wheel of choice. I've already made my mind up. The car's already being painted as we speak. I need to go back and show you what we've chosen. So here we are back at the Sussex Studio. This is a car guy's mecca. My chaser is, I don't want to look at it, I don't want to see it. So if you want to use their paint booth, if you want to use their detail studio, you can come here and use it yourself or get them to do the work like they have on the chaser. Literally, I can see my car for the first time now. It is coming out of the paint booth and it looks amazing. Luckily the sun's out. There's a first clue. This colour was mentioned by quite a few of the people in the poll, and it was one of the specifics that was told for me to get. It's not finished yet. We've still got the bumper off it, the side skirts are off it, and we've only detailed and polished one side of it so far. Are you ready to see the new look for the chaser? Here it is. Because everyone loves a white chaser, it's still white, but there are some vast differences, as I'm sure and I hope you have noticed. So this car is no longer the flat single stage white that it was before. This is a pearlescent white. This is 057, which is the colour that it came with originally from factory. On the chassis plate, it's 057. So we've got the old colour back and we've added an additional layer of pearl blue or teal. So in certain lights, when the sun's out, when the planes are on it, you can see a lot of the sparkle. The lower you go, the easier it is to see the blue. And here are the different swatches. And you'll realise here, this has got 2 coats of pearl. The more pearl you put in it, the more cream it goes. And I didn't want a cream chaser. So we've gone for the perfect amount. So in the sunshine, the blue stands out. So it's still a white chaser. We've still got the merch and the t-shirts that match the car, but it's a decent white. And crucially, the wheels we have done as well. So we've got the white wheels, we're white wheeling the world with the white chaser that everyone loves. And the plan now is to obviously unveil it at my show. And you saw how it was when I showed you the car and you're like, oh, it's white. I'm gonna have to go on stage and talk to everyone and explain it all, so it's not like, ta-da, it's the same car, just with not as much EasyJet. So we're going to put the bumpers on, the side skirts on, just finishing touches throughout the weekend in time for the show. The side skirts had quite a lot of spider cracks in it because it's so low, I kept kind of hitting them, and you notice that when you put the first layer of paint on, and that's why they're not on it. Same with the bumper, so they're just being finished off. So I'll catch up with you at the show to reveal and see what people think of the new and improved white chaser. Oh, we're going to reveal the chaser.
We're going to reveal the chaser.
So all of these, they're going to hate it.
You mean all of these people
all
here?
These people. They're going to love it, but also be disappointed. No, they're going to
love it, Adam.
Right, is it on? Oh, it's on. Oh no.
Ladies and gentlemen, big hands together, Mr. Adam.
So the original plan was to drive the chaser out and reveal it on here, but it's so low that it won't actually get up this ramp. So we're gonna reverse it out, and it's gonna be drive round to here. So thank you all for coming. There's so many of you.
This is crazy.
Basically, what we did is we took the wrap off because we had the livery on for last year's show, and then we realised it had micro blisters all over it, which is for badly prepped paint. If you've seen the video, you'll know this story. But the next bit is when we started preparing the car for paint, we realised that all of the car has been painted painted in acrylic. They had to strip the entire car down to almost bare metal. In some places was bare metal. And we're like, okay, well, we're going to have to respray the car. So, yeah, thank you all the suggestions. Cherry red was a good...
Pink chaser.
Pink chaser, yellow, to make it look like a taxi. Millennium Jade was a good one. We've lots of people suggesting green, which is an awful colour.
I like green.
I'm joking. So I don't know how to do the reveal, because it's in there.
What about if I count you down? Contenders, are you ready?
So we'll do the count, okay. The car is on.
Right, crowd, I need each and every one of you to be involved, okay? If someone lets me down, I'm going to poke you in the eye with a sharp stick.
Good. Okay, are we doing it?
Are you ready?
Okay. 10,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, everyone loves a white chaser, so we can only go back to white. But the sun has come out right on time. We have added a layer of blue pearl. So this is proper JDM 057 colour codes, pearl white. Wow, look at the blue!
Look at the blue as it comes round. I had to go white, so you still gotta love it. It's a true JDM car now, and now the sun's on it. Yeah. So we were never going to do the door shuts. We didn't take the engine out to do the engine bay, and I didn't want to have, like, you know, a red car with a white engine bay, a red car with white door shuts. We didn't have time for that, so it had to go white, but we had to go a bit different, otherwise it'd be the same car. So obviously now the sun's not on it, it looks kind of a bit more creamy, but this is a true Japanese colour, and it's as clean as it can be, and we've painted the wheels again.
The wheels match, yeah, you see the blue tinge in the actual wheel.
So it's still a white chaser. All of you, if everyone loves the white chaser t-shirts and hoodies, it's still relevant, because otherwise that will be completely redundant. Because originally I thought, what if I go a different colour? And that will be, for the first month, it'll be like, Adam's changed the chaser, it's not white anymore. But then after a month, it'll be like, well, that was a waste of time, wasn't it?
Well, you did put the price up, like, double for every chaser in the country, just because they're white.
And, yeah, white chasers demand a premium purely because of my quote. Also, as another clue, all the branding has a white chaser on it. Yeah, if I was to have changed the colour, it would have been cherry red, I think. Millennium Jade, which is like an olive green, would have looked fantastic, but I was always going to go white, and I hope you like the look of it. I'll probably keep it here for a little bit, and then I will drive it up to the top 25 section with all my other cars by the lovely old tree at the top there. Everyone loves the white chaser, and I hope you still do too. And also, beforehand it had two different types, it was two shades of white, now it's all one shade of white, so it is mint condition and I will treat it better, no more drifting.
Can I say one more thing?
No.
That's good. Sam, Adam, hey everybody.
Can Sam say that one more thing, please?
No.
Okay.
Let's hold
I feel bad. Okay, hold that thought.
I must say, Paul and the team at the Sussex Studio, I introduced them to Adam a couple of months ago, and it's always nerve-wracking handing your car over, isn't it?
Yes, and we had literally, it was bare metal 6 days ago.
I saw the photos and I was worried, but he's done an amazing job, and honestly, when that sunshine pops, it looks phenomenal. Sam, what was that one last thing?
So, there is a 200...
Oh, sorry, we have an emergency, sorry.
I drove the car through the crowds back to the top 25 section where everyone could get a close look at the chaser, and feedback was monumentally positive on the car. There will be a full video from the show later on, but I drove it back with help from EP Comps, and now here we are on the driveway. So let me know yourself what you think of the new colour, the 057 white with the blue pearl over the top. Everyone loves the white chaser. It's still just as pristine as before, but just that little bit better. So a huge thank you to the Sussex Studio for painting this car in the time frame we had, and if you had a look at it at the show, you can see they did a superb job. The next show that this will be at is JDM Jam at Donington, so there's details of that in the video description so you can have a close look, but obviously I'll be taking this all over the car scene throughout the entire summer. I cannot wait, and obviously other cars will be around as well. So hope you enjoyed this video, the new colour for the Chaser. Everyone still loves the white Chaser, it seems, but for now, thanks for watching.